Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today we are going to be making this cute Get Well card. My niece poked her eye and had to have emergency surgery. She's okay. She didn't lose her sight or anything, but I guess she tore her tear duct. And so I haven't seen her yet, but I imagine she's got a patch on her eye. So I thought I would make this cute little get well card and get that off in the mail for her. So let's go ahead and get started. I am using the stamp set called We Must Celebrate, and it's got these 4 little critters right here. I cut mine apart, but you'll be able to put them right back together as long as you don't do any trimming or anything, which I did not do. I just simply cut them and they'll go right back together just like they were one again. I've seen a couple of demonstrators do that, so I thought, oh, I'm gonna try it, and it worked just fine. I just used my my scissors, and I didn't cut these two apart because these two are really close together. I didn't cut those two apart because I can't find my X-Acto knife, and I think that's what I'm going to need for those two. But the other ones I just used my my scissors. So here we go. All right. I did go ahead and cut my stamp my little guy and color him. I used our Stampin' Blends. I'm going to go ahead and stamp him again. I'm just not going to color him all the way, so you don't have to sit here and watch me do that. But you just ink him up, and I'm using the Memento Tuxedo Black because that's safe for alcohol coloring, which is what our markers are. And then, excuse me, I'm still getting over my cold. Then just stamp him down, and you can see that he just comes out absolutely perfectly. And for the dark fur, I used the dark and light crumb cake. So I just used my crumb cake markers and I didn't do any blending. I'm not real good at that, so I didn't do anything like that. I just did a real quick coloring. I'm just going to color his head here so you can kind of see what I did. My hands are shaking because I'm nervous. Just a real gentle touch. And that's all I did. And then for his little tummy area and his snout, I used the lighter crumb cake, just like that. And then, I don't know if you can see this or not, but on his little cheeks, I've got a little bit of pink. And I just used the dark pink pirouette, and I just colored in his cheeks right over the top. Just real gentle. Just like that. Okay? That's all I did with the blends. All right, so I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. The framelits I'm using the stitched shapes, and I'm using the largest square. So I'm just putting that right on there. Okay. I'm gonna rip my paper. There we go. Okay, so here he is. And then for for the square around him, I use the next to the largest scalloped square in our layering squares. So there's one more that's bigger than this one. I'm going to give you the measurement of that square too, just so you know. The other one is just the largest layering square. I'll bring that back in a second. And this square from edge to edge is 3 inches. So edge to edge, this is 3 inches. All right. Next, I'm going to take, oh, I should have left my big shot out. I'm going to take these little hearts from the everyday jars, and I'm going to cut those out. That's what the little bear is juggling here. All right. Set that aside. I'm just going to poke these all out of here. I'm only using 6. It cuts out 7. All right. Nice. And I'm just going to kind of set them on there first so that I know where I want them. And in case you're wondering what I did to my paper piercer so that I could pick these up, I did the same thing that I did with my, oh, I guess it cuts out 8. With my little toothpick, which I keep losing. So I did the same thing. I put a little dab of my Tombow glue on the top of it and let it dry, and now it does the same thing that the paper clip did. It picks things up. If you let it dry without sticking something to it, it is a temporary adhesive. If you put it together while it's wet, then it becomes a permanent adhesive. I was going to see if I could get 7 on here. I think I can. Oh, I can't get that one turned around. It doesn't want to turn around. You can kind of tell the difference when you cut things out. There we go. All right, so I'll just save this other one for another time. And I'm going to need one of those little black ones. I used the little black heart as a patch. I used the same die to cut that out. So let's go ahead and get these down. Just a little dab of glue. Get that on there. And I'm sure Lily will be watching this. She likes to watch my videos with my mom, with her grandma. So Auntie loves you, and I hope you're feeling better soon. If you need anything, you just let me know. Where did it go? Oh, right on the end where it's supposed to be. Hunter's in there watching Mickey Mouse. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to take another little dab, and I'm going to put it right over his eyeball. And I'm going to take one of these black hearts here and put that right there. Okay. Then I'm going to take one of our journaling pens, and I'm just going to draw a couple of lines here. So that it just looks like she's got a little patch. That one stuck real good. I want to draw the line so that it looks like it's going underneath. The other one that I did, it let me move it. So now I'll just stick that back down there. There we go. There we go. Well done. All right. Now I'm going to take this and the red square, and I'm just going to stick those together, and it just gives a little bitty border like that. Isn't that cute? All right. The card base is a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 11, and I have scored that at 5 1/4. I'm sorry, 5 1/2. Take our bone folder here. I need 2 pieces of Whisper White that are 4 by 5 1/4. One of them is for the inside. One of them I'm taking and I am using our new, what is this thing called? It is called Simply, I think it's called Simply Stripes. So I'm putting that in here. Make sure that it's straight so that our lines are straight. The other thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to take a piece of, oh, no, not that. I'm going to give you a little trick. I'm going to see if it works. I've been told this is just an old piece of our vellum. This has got some snowflakes on it. This is an old piece of Stampin' Up! Vellum, but I have been told that the lines are making the paper crack, so I'm going to, and I heard, I'm not sure if it works or not, so we'll give it a try and see what happens. I don't know if you put it on the inside or if you put it on the outside, but I'm going to put it on the inside and put this vellum on the inside with your paper, and we're going to close that up, and it's supposed to help it not the crease. I don't know how to explain it. The stripes are kind of like tearing. They're so embossed that they're tearing. So I'm going to see if this works or not. All right, let's see. Yep, see, it just tears it. But this one looks good. So if you have any problems, use a piece of vellum. on the inside of your folder, and it is quite embossed, more than like a normal embossing, it seems like to me, because it curls. But it's not torn, it's not ripped. So, okay. All right, so I'm going to take this, and I'm using Tombow to get down into the crevices of this paper. I hope all that mumbling made sense. And this is going to go right on the front of your card. Okay. Right, good. Then I'm going to take our little bear that we made with some dimensionals, the regular sized ones. And I'm going to put 4 of these in the corners here. Take the backing off. And this is going to go so that there's an even border on these 3 sides here. Let's see if I got that straight. All right. Then I'm going to take some of our linen thread, and I'm going to wrap that around the bottom, just kind of to bring in the crumb cake of the little bear, and because it just needs something down there. So I'm just taking, when we get our linen thread, it's on these cards and it's got kinks in it, so I'm just taking my fingernail and I'm running it so that it gets the kinks out. All right, so I'm going to wrap this around here twice and tie it in a bow, I hope. All right. It's just... Okay. Let's kind of get this a little more situated. And first I'm going to tie it in a knot. Tie it in a knot first. All right, good. And then I'm going to tie it in a bow. Trying to tie too small of a bow. There we go. Let's pull that down a little bit. All right. I think I kind of want it crisscrossed over that other one, so I'll see if I can. I'll do it off camera. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glue dot, and I'm just going to put a glue dot right under. I'm going to wad it up so that it's small, and I'm going to put it right underneath the bow so it doesn't flip-flop around. There we go. And then it also doesn't come untied either. now for the inside of the card. Our other piece of Whisper White. I'm going to take my memento again. And this is from Teeny Tiny Wishes, and it's Get Well Wishes. I'm going to stamp that right in the middle. Okay. Then I'm going to take these little mushrooms from the stamp set that the bear came in, and those are going to go right down at the bottom. All right. And I am going to color these with my blends. So let's see, how did I do this? I don't even remember already. I used the light crumb cake, and I colored all the stems. Oh, I think this is the dark crumb cake. Oh well. Looks a little dark to me. Yep, it is the dark, but so maybe I'll use the light in the other places. Okay. And then I did every other one of these. And then I used the light cherry cobbler, because we don't have a real red, we only have a cherry cobbler. So I just used the light cherry cobbler. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so then I'm going to take my Fast Fuse, and I am going to put, usually I just put it at the top, but since I used my blends, and you can kind of see through, I'm going to put it for goodness sakes, it just does not want to. There we go. I'm going to put it at the top and the bottom. This will go on the inside. All right, and there you have it. So here's the one we just did. Here is the one that I did earlier. All right, I think Lily will really like it. I think she'll think it's cute. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a shout. Email below is just fine. I'll be happy to answer them. All supplies can be purchased through my online store at www.happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.